So here we are at the lovely vintage table that you all know that I love so much. I love doing my flat lays on here. So today we're going to add, let me just reach for these, we're going to add our fairy lights to our flat lay. Lots of you who follow me on Instagram will have seen me using these so much over the last few weeks, and there will be plenty more coming, and I know that there's a lot of other people using them now, so I thought I should pop in and show you how to get the best out of them. So now they look a little bit messy because I've been using them so much, but they won't look messy once they are lit up. So what I do is I lay them down first and make sure that they are creating the base of my flat lay. Let's get I don't want the notes on how to use them in there. Now, sorry, you can see my wire of my mic there. So I'm sorry about the very loud people outside my studio today, if you can hear them having a rant about some delivery or other. So let's get those in. Okay, so you get your lights in, you just pop them on to test. Don't they look pretty? So pretty. And obviously you can leave them switched on or off when you're doing your flat lay. I'm just going to turn mine off because I quite like the surprise of turning them on at the end. I quite like the ooh effect. Now I'm going to pop in some lace there. Just make sure you can see that in your image there on the video. Now I'm going to use today these old tulips that I was using on Friday. So I'm shooting this for you on Tuesday morning, and these were all left on Friday as a bit of an experiment. I always like to leave things, when I've been using them, I leave my flowers and see what happens to them as they dry. Now I know that tulips aren't going to dry, but I'm quite impressed with how they are today. And the thing I love about tulips is how they go all floppy. So they're even more floppy now, which is just lovely. Now, as you know, if you've watched my other flat lay video, you'll know that I do a lot of this, oops-a-daisy, just by kind of doing it with my hands. And I often struggle to talk when I'm doing them. Now this is looking a little bit messy for you, I think, because it's quite hard. This is my first experiment of videoing a flat lay from above. It's quite tricky. But that's good. It's always good to challenge yourself, isn't it? I'm sure I'll get better at videoing these things from above as I practice using my kit. So I've popped my tulips on there with my lights. I'm probably going to rearrange them a little bit, but I'm just, because what I do is that I make my flat lay and then I test it with my phone as I go along, with my camera on my phone. Now this is my lovely little tiny weeny baking tray that you'll have also seen if you follow me on Instagram. And at the moment it is full of tiny little golden stars, which I just love to use at this time of year. I get totally overexcited about Christmas, about styling my home, my studio, wrapping presents, taking millions of photos. So you'll have to excuse me and, and let me kind of indulge in all the sparkle over on Instagram over the next few weeks. So there we go, I'm just adding a few of these. And I might actually take some pictures with the same flat lay and add this in as well, because that makes a nice little addition to the picture. And I've also got my trusty black scissors, which I think I will add as well for a variation. So what I'm going to do, what I love to do and what I'm going to do today for you is I love to create a flat lay like this. So this is starting off with quite simple flat lay. So I've just got the tulips, I've got the lights, and I've got this lace doily here and some gold sparkle. And then I will take some pictures of that, and then I will add this and do a little variation. and add this, and I might add a cup of tea. I'll do a few of these and I will share them over on my blog over on makelight.io, so you can go and have a look at those once you've seen this video and see what I create. And it will just literally be this setup that I've shown you here, and just adding those two things and perhaps a cup of tea, because I'm absolutely freezing in my studio this morning and I need a cup of tea, and I just love the kind of addition of a cup of tea to a flat lay. So when I put my lights on, see how pretty that is? Okay, now I'm taking this in daylight. It's not dark, and I'm just going to use the natural light and then underexpose this image. And to do that with your phone, if you've got an iPhone, you press the screen, tap the screen to focus, and you will see a sunshine. When you see the sunshine, you can swipe up to make an image brighter or down to make it darker. And so I will make it darker for this to create a mood that it's a darker time of day, but I'm taking it in great light, in great natural light. Well, as great natural light as you get on a November grey day in London, but you get the idea. So I'll probably move that slightly. So there we go. And if I just move this a little bit for you to see, you can see a little bit more of the flat lay that I've made there. Sorry if it's a bit jarry. There we go, we can go down a bit. There we go. So that's the flat lay for you, and that's flat lay with beautiful twinkly lights. So I will share all the images that I take now with you over on the blog, and I would love you to pop over and see them. And if you want to share a flat lay, there's still just about time to enter the Styling the Seasons flat lay competition to win a place on a Make Light workshop or online course. So if you want to create a seasonal flat lay with added fairy lights, now you know the best way to do it. So please tag me over on Instagram. I would love to see what you create. It'd be really lovely. Thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you again next week. Bye bye.